Why do we love Star Wars so much? The struggle between good and evil and ultimate redemption? Is it the thrill of collecting? The sense of community that seems to bring the entire world under a common idea? The thrill of opening a new display piece, or the satisfaction of placing an unopened package on the shelf that will never be opened? For me, it's something that's been around since my birth. I remember the first time I watched a Star Wars movie in the theater, and I knew it was special and would ultimately become a part of my life. I loved the thrill of finding something like a rare figure to display, or even just putting my favorite Star Wars movie on TV when I was homesick from school or work. Star Wars has been a part of my life since, well, as far back as my memories go. It's in my DNA. I have loved anything and everything Star Wars. And if I'm being completely honest, sometimes been slightly disappointed. But not too much, because deep down, I still love it, because it's Star Wars. From the first movie, A New Hope, to the last movie, The Rise of Skywalker, I have connected to something deep within the lore that instantly triggers a sense of nostalgia, devotion, and love. When I was young, it was hard to satisfy my appetite because there wasn't much content available like there is today. In the backyard, we played with figures and ships. Sometimes I wanted to be Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewbacca, and fight for the rebellion. And yet other times, I wanted to be Darth Vader or Boba Fett to crush the enemies of the Empire. I read books, I watched the original trilogy until my VHS tapes wore out. When Episode 1 opened, I stood in line all night, not because I wanted to be the first to see it, but because I needed to satisfy my craving for more Star Wars. As I get older, I find that recreating iconic items from my favorite galaxy far, far away always brings ultimate joy to my life. The ability to share what I have made with others gives me a sense of accomplishment. There have been many setbacks and frustrations, but I wouldn't trade it for the look on someone's face when they see what I've made with my own two hands. I'm a very lucky man. While my wife doesn't always share my passions as deeply as I do, she's always the first one to see my hard work on a project and lovingly critique it, after usually having to ask sometimes what movie it's from. I may be obsessed, but it's something I don't want to live without. Star Wars has given me a chance to be creative. From the first Darth Vader Halloween costume that I built when I was 15 years old, to a fully functioning R2 unit that I have today. It's been a great ride, and I can't wait to see what lies ahead for me to add to my collection.